Lesson 30 in the Reader's Notebook, page 226. Again, we're looking at our spelling words with OA, OW, EE, and EA. They all have the long vowel sounds, either A or O, E or O. So let's read our spelling words. Seated, keeps, speed, seen, means, clean, grown, roast, bowls, crow, o, grown, green, snow. So in all those words, we're looking for the long E sound or the long O sound. So I'm going to read through these for you. You're going to pick out the words that go in the blanks. You can pause the video anytime you need to. Number 1 says in a chair. Number 2, large black bird. 3, how fast you move. 4, to cook in an oven. 5, not dirty. 6, a croaking or unhappy sound. So go ahead and pick out the words that go in for 1 through 6. Number 1, I'll do with you. In a chair. What does it mean to be in a chair? Well, how are you when you are in a chair? You sit, right? So seated is going to be your answer for number 1. Seated. Number 7 through 10, they want us to write again the words that complete the sentence. So number 7, milk spilled when the cereal blank fell off the table. If you said bowls, you would be correct. Milk spilled when the cereal bowls fell off the table. Number 9 is the word for number 7. I'm going to go ahead and read through the rest of these sentences and you can fill them in on your own. Number 8, I blank my brother 25 cents. Number 9, when I am blank, I will be much taller. Number 10, I have never blank an eagle. So pause your video and go ahead and finish filling these in. Page 227, again we are looking at adjectives and adverbs. An adjective is a describing word for a noun. A noun is a person, place, thing, animal, or idea. Adverbs are describing words for verbs, which are action words. All right, we're supposed to write noun or verb to tell what the underlined word is, and then circle the adjective or adverb that completes the sentence. Please remember that adverbs end in ly, so that's how you can tell if a word is an adverb or not. It changes it from an adjective to an adverb by adding ly to the end of it. So if you look at number 1, many people admired Ben great. Many people admired Ben greatly. Well, great is our root word or our basic word, and they add ly to the end of it to change it from an adjective in great to an adverb in greatly. So admired. When you admire someone, you are doing something, first of all. So that means admired has to be a verb. So please write verb in line 1. And how do we describe verbs? We use adverbs. So we just said our adverbs end with ly. So greatly is the word you want to circle. Many people admired Ben greatly. Pause the video whenever you need to. Number 2, Ben solved problems quick. Ben solved problems quickly. Well, first is solved an a noun or a verb. To solve something, okay, by solving something, you're answering a problem, right? You're finding the answer to a problem. So that is a verb because you are doing something. And the ed also gives it away and tells us it's a verb because those are our past tense action words. So Ben solved problems, and when we write verb on the line, we know we're looking for an adverb. So our word is quickly. Circle quickly. Number 3, Ben created useful inventions. Ben created usefully inventions. Well, is inventions a noun or a verb? Inventions is a noun because inventions are things, right? So please write noun on the line for number 3. And what kind of inventions did he create? He created useful inventions. Useful. So please circle the word useful. Number 4, some of Ben's work was dangerous. Some of Ben's work was dangerously. Okay, so work, is that a verb or a noun? So work can be a verb, work can be a noun. Because when I do my work for school, I work hard. How do I work? Or how, when I'm working, okay, that means I'm doing something. But you still have to have a verb to describe how the work is done. So you have some of Ben's work was is our verb, and how was it done? It was done dangerously. Some of Ben's work was done dangerously, but we don't have done in there. We just have what kind of work was it? The work was dangerous. So in this sentence, work is a noun. If I added ed at the end of work, I worked hard. Worked becomes a verb. I work hard. Work becomes a verb. In this case, some of Ben's work was is our verb. So work is our noun. And the word that describes a noun is dangerous. It's an adjective, dangerous. Some of Ben's work, noun, write that on the line. Dangerous, adjective, describes the work. Number 5, Ben shared his inventions eager. Ben shared his inventions eagerly. Okay, so let's take a look here. We've got shared is our underlined word. And when we share something, we're doing something, right? When we share, if I let you borrow one of my books, I'm sharing with you. That is an action word. So shared is a verb. It also has that ed on the end, which gives us another clue that it's a verb. And when we have a verb, we need an adverb to describe it. How did he share his inventions? He shared them eagerly. So please circle eagerly. It has that ly on the end. Go ahead and pause the video if you need to. If you have any questions about work as a verb or a noun, please drop me a message. I know it's confusing, but the reason in this sentence that work is a noun is because was is our verb in that sentence. Page 228. We are talking about root words. Do you remember back? We haven't talked about root words in a while, but root words, remember, are the base part of the word. And then we can add either prefixes, we can add beginnings, or we can add suffixes, which are endings, to a root word to change the word's meaning. So we're supposed to underline the root word in each word, and then use what you know about that root word to figure out what the word's meaning is. Complete each sentence by writing the word whose meaning fits best. So number 1, we're supposed to read the sentence and fill in the blank. Let's look at our vocab first. Western, undone, toaster, writer, reheat, stinky, strongest, unearth. Let's look at these words first to figure out our prefixes and suffixes and root words. So western, our root word for that word is west, okay? ERN is a suffix. Undone, what's our root word? Done. Un is our prefix because it comes at the beginning. Toaster, what's our root word? Toast. ER is our suffix that adds an ending, toaster. Writer, right is our suffix. ER or R is, right is our root word. I misspoke. Right is our root word. ER or R is our suffix. Reheat. Heat is our root word. Re is our prefix. It means it comes before the root word. Stinky. Stink is our root word. And the letter Y, which is making an E sound in this word, is our suffix. Strongest. Strong is our root word. And EST is our suffix. And our last one, unearth. Earth is our root word. Un is our prefix. So number 1, I tripped because my shoelaces were what? Sonia, you should be able to answer this one. You tripped because your shoelaces were what? Undone. If you said undone, you are correct. Please write the word undone in number 1. And remember to cross out your words as you go. Number 2, that dog is blank, said Miss Peterson. She needs a bath. Well, when somebody needs a bath, why do they usually need a bath? Because they're dirty or they're stinky. So please write stinky for number 2. Number 3, Jose saw a beautiful rainbow in the blank sky. This one might be kind of tricky for you guys. I'm going to skip this one and we're going to go to number 4 and do the rest and see what word you have left over when you come back to it. Number 4, a blank told the class how she gets ideas for her stories. So what is someone called that makes stories? They're writers, right? If you write a story, you are a writer. So for number 4, a writer told the class how she gets ideas for her story. Number 5, if we dig here, I bet we'll blank a treasure. This is probably a word that you don't use very often or maybe have never used, but when we say unearth, that means that we're digging something up. So for number 5, if we dig here, I bet we'll unearth a treasure. Because earth is like the ground beneath us, and un would mean that we're digging up the earth. It's not just flat beneath us. Un means to undo. Number 6, please put my bread in the blank, said Sophie's father. Well, what do we put bread into? We put it into a toaster. Number 7, Hank is the blank batter on the team. He hit 6 home runs. So if a person hits 6 home runs, that means they're a really fantastic player, right? So out of all these words, which one would mean that you're a really good player? I think we're looking for strongest. And strongest doesn't necessarily mean you have muscles and you can lift a lot of weight, but it does mean that you're really good at what you do. Number 8, the soup is cold, so we must blank it. Well, if it's cold and we want it hot, what do we do to make it hot? We reheat. So if you've gone through and crossed out all these words, the only word you have left to do for number 3 should be western. Jose saw a beautiful rainbow in the western sky. So we've talked about directions a little bit in class. Remember, we have north, south, east, and west. So all this sentence is saying is the direction that Jose was looking was to the west and saw a rainbow in the sky.